Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 16th Annual Spring Into Action Luncheon. My name is Evelyn Ramundo, and I'm the current president of the advisory board of the New Jersey Statewide Self-Advocacy Network. I am the appointed independent advocate for Council 3. It's hard to believe that we are celebrating the New Jersey Statewide Self-Advocacy Network's 16th Annual Awards Luncheon. We are so happy that you can join us here today. I want to thank our event sponsors for their generous support. Please be sure to check out the Digital Ad Journal and New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project social media accounts to learn more about all of the organizations who supported this event. Despite the many challenges we all face as a result of the pandemic, members of the New Jersey Statewide Self-Advocacy Network and NJSAN has remained dedicated to spreading the message of self-advocacy. We have been successful in advocating on a variety of different issues over the last year. As president of the NJSAN Advisory Board, I want to highlight just a few of the advocacy activities our network has led and participated in. The NJSAN began hosting our monthly regional council meetings on Zoom in April 2020. The councils continue to work on their individual goals and priorities, including writing letters to decision makers on proposed legislation, changes to access link policies to make the service more effective and easier to use, and protecting funding for DSP wages and services for people with intellectual developmental disabilities in the state budget. In October, NJSAN celebrated National Disability Employment Awareness Month, NDEAM, by hosting a social media awareness campaign. NDEAM aims to educate people about disability employment issues and celebrate the many contributions of workers with disabilities. The NJSAP team dedicated the majority of the Stay Healthy at Home webinar sessions in October to this theme and invited self-advocates to share their thoughts on the importance of NDEAM across social media. As always, March was an incredibly productive month for the network. NJSSAN members worked with NJSAP staff to develop testimony and talking points and preparation for FY23 budget hearings. I'm proud to say that our network continued to be represented at each of the state budget hearings, which were all held on Zoom. We advocated to make sure the governor's proposed 2023 state budget included funding for supports and services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We need that funding to stay in place in the final version of the budget that we hope will be signed into law before June 30th. Speaking of the governor, we were invited to meet with staff from the governor's office on March 15th. This meeting was the very first time NJSAN representatives were invited to speak with governor's office staff, and we were so grateful for the opportunity. We discussed several key issues and how the governor and his team can continue to make disability issues, inclusion, and equity a priority. As usual, we celebrated the Developmental Disability Awareness Month throughout the entire month of March. This year, we dedicated to link our theme to the Arc of the United States ongoing campaign to raise awareness about the importance of home and based services, community-based services, or HCBS. Please check out the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. to hear directly from self-advocates about the importance of having access to home and community-based services. On March 22nd, we hosted a virtual event to celebrate Developmental Disabilities Awareness members of the New Jersey statewide self-advocacy members were joined by Commissioner Edelman of the New Jersey Department of Human Services and Assemblyman Benson, a former Heroes Award recipient. NJSAN was proud to receive a governor's proclamation and joint resolution in honor of Disabilities Awareness Month. Commissioner Edelman and Assemblyman Benson engaged self-advocates in discussion and heard from advocates about our priorities on a range of topics, including home and community-based services, housing for people with IDD, which is intellectual developmental disabilities, transportation, supported decision-making, and alternatives to guardianship and raising awareness of individuals with developmental disability issues amongst the general public, law enforcement officers, and other professionals. I have only highlighted the most recent success of statewide self-advocacy network because in just a bit, you will hear from the chair and vice chair of the Council 5 regional councils. They will give an update about their council activities. Today is a day of celebration, a time for fun, and an opportunity to present several very well-deserved awards. My hope is that we all continue to work together to accomplish great things for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I will now introduce our first speaker, Tom Baffuto. Tom Baffuto was named Executive Director of the ARC of New Jersey in June of 1998. Tom has held the posts of Associate Executive Director, Assistant Executive Director, and Director of Project Hire, which was joined by Tom in 1985. Tom has won several awards during his career for his outstanding work in supporting people with disabilities, for his support of self-advocate and self-advocacy programs. He is self-advocacy's strongest supporter for the record. Unfortunately, for this year anyway, he's also a Met fan. Please welcome to the ARC of New Jersey's Executive Director, Tom Baffuto.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Evelyn. I'm coming to you live from West Orange, New Jersey, where as soon as I finish here, I'm going to join the ARC of Essex County for their annual Step Up for the ARC walk. And boy, there's a lot of excitement going on up here, and there's a lot of excitement going on into the Spring into Action Luncheon. You know, more than 170 virtual attendees at this luncheon, getting together, doing exactly what Evelyn talked about, celebrating great successes of the self-advocates. And despite everything that has happened over these past 2 years, we still have so much to celebrate, including the movement's activities and successes and the great work of the self-advocates. Self-advocates remained engaged and focused despite all the significant changes going on in their lives. Going virtual did not stop our self-advocates. You know, Evelyn highlighted a number of the wonderful activities this year, but, you know, as I was saying to anybody willing to listen, every time I turned around, I saw Evelyn, Ramundo, and the self-advocates getting involved, participating, their great advocacy on the state budget and on legislation, disability awareness, and of course, the incredible support of our direct support professional workforce. All the self-advocates did a great job this year. And of course, one of the highlights of the year Evelyn talked about was the annual Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month campaign, highlighting the importance, the critical importance of the home and community-based services. The online and social media campaign was enormously successful. The virtual events, including a visit by acting DHS Commissioner Sarah Edelman and Assembly Dan Benson, was absolutely wonderful. And everybody did a great job talking about the issues, advocating on behalf of all the self-advocates in the state. Of course, another highlight was the statewide self-advocacy network was invited to meet with officials from the governor's office. And not just a few officials, there was a whole handful of folks who work with the governor who wanted to hear directly from the self-advocates. It just shows you how much influence self-advocacy has on our state. I just want to take a moment to thank Evelyn Ramundo, president of the Advisory Council. Evelyn, you're doing an incredible job. To all the chairs, the vice chairs, the advisory board members have worked so hard to keep self-advocacy moving forward despite the challenges. I congratulate all of you today. I also want to send congratulations today to the wonderful award winners, including Julia Simcoe, Adam Fieldler, and the staff and the participants from the Arc of Middlesex County's Carteret Career Center, and Kim Trina Nolan. Congratulations, great award winners, well deserved. I want to take a moment to thank our incredible self-advocacy staff. Ashley, Aaron, Frankie, you do an incredible job, and you do all you can to support the self-advocates. We're seeing incredible results. Thank you for all your hard work. Celine Fortin, all the great work supporting self-advocacy, supporting the staff. Celine is just an incredible member of the Arc of New Jersey staff. Look, as we move forward, we need you with us. Stay active, stay involved, stay part of the self-advocacy movement. We have many more things to accomplish. The Arc of New Jersey, self-advocates together, we can do a lot. It is my pleasure now to introduce the leader of the Arc of New Jersey, the president of the board of directors, an incredible supporter of self-advocates, an incredible supporter of the self-advocacy movement, the board of directors president, Kevin Sturges. Kevin?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Evelyn, and thank you so much to everyone who's joined us today. I can't believe what a fantastic turnout you've had for this event. As president of the Arc of New Jersey, one of my best parts of my job is having the opportunity to work with all of you, New Jersey's great self-advocates. I always look forward to advocating with you on all the issues that are so important to all of us and getting to know many of you personally. There's no doubt that the highlights of my year are attending the annual conference in the fall and then coming to today's Spring into Action Luncheon. I'm so proud of all the great work that you all do as self-advocates. You know what you want. You never hesitate to work hard and speak up. You hold people accountable and make sure that they listen and do what is right for our community. I want to thank all of you for your great work because making New Jersey a better place for people with disabilities is very important. Not just for our families, but for every person with a disability and their families too. I'm grateful that you all recognize this responsibility and that you've worked so hard for the good of so many in New Jersey. I'd like to express my sincere congratulations to all of today's very deserving award winners. They are an incredible group of people, and we're very fortunate to have them working with us. Once again, thank you to everyone for being such tremendous advocates for people with developmental disabilities. Please keep up the great work, and let's all celebrate the positive things that have happened for people with disabilities this year. I'm looking forward to working with you all again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom and Kevin. Our next speaker is Ashley Ritchey, Director of New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project. Ashley has been with the ARC since 2011, starting as a program assistant and later serving as a training and technical assistant specialist. She became the director of NJSAP in October 2016 and continues to serve as group advisor to NJSAN councils. Ashley enjoys working with and supporting all the amazing self-advocates and advisors involved with the New Jersey statewide self-advocacy network. Please welcome Ashley Ritchey.
Thank you, Evelyn. Good morning, everyone. It is so wonderful to see everyone. I'm so glad we can be here together to celebrate 16 years of New Jersey statewide self-advocacy network excellence. The work that you are all doing is incredibly important and effective. You're all making gains, creating relationships with people in positions of power who can really assist us in our efforts to improve the quality of life and services for all people with disabilities and their families. I'm going to keep my remarks very brief because today is a day for advocates to take center stage. I do want to thank the New Jersey Statewide Self-Advocacy Network Advisory Board members. Thank you for all of your hard work and collaboration in making this event a success. You're all so dedicated and effective as self-advocates, and the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project team is grateful to work with all of you. I also want to acknowledge the past advisory board members who are here today, as well as the many dedicated group advisors who support self-advocacy groups and individuals throughout the state. Thank you. Thank you to the ARC of New Jersey for its continued support of self-advocacy. The great work of the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project staff and network could not happen without the support of the wonderful ARC of New Jersey's Board of Directors. Special thank you to President Kevin Sturges for being here today, as well as the ARC of New Jersey leadership and staff. I also want to acknowledge the work of the team, my team members, Frankie and Erin. It is an honor to work with you all, and please know how much your support and hard work is appreciated. Our event sponsors deserve an extra special shout out. We appreciate the continued support from the Horizon NJ Health, the New Jersey Council on Developmental Disabilities, Blue Light Music Group, Prism Support Services, Disability Rights New Jersey, the ARC of Middlesex County's Carteret Career Center, past board president Bob Hage, and SCARC's amazing staff member Luann Salvatoriello. Thank you all. Spring is really a time of renewal, and I know we are all looking forward to the good changes that are sure to come. So please check out today's ad journal, the ad journal featuring all of the sponsors and wonderful write-ups of today's award winners, who you will hear from very soon. Finally, I also want to highlight the daily virtual programming hosted by the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project. I know many of you are familiar and participating. For those of you who might want to learn more, please visit the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project homepage, www.njselfadvocacyproject.org, or check us out on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to get involved. So again, congratulations to all of today's award winners. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you all for joining us here today.